Hey, what's up? Welcome to another quarantine episode of the Cancel Corner. I'm your host, Beautiful Bobby, and I'm here with
I'm David, Logan, Zachary, Michael. Jesus Christ. I'm just so frustrated with this
this movie.
quarantine. I've been having
Yeah,
problems and this movie. But yes, I'm David, Logan, Zachary, Morgan, Taylor.
And
and I'm
also with
Dylan Jordan Rim.
we always got the Rimmeister with us here.
Yeah, the Rimmer.
Meister.
Rimming,
That
rimming,
turn's a little
rimming.
offensive to me though, like a Meister.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
too
guess it comes from
German.
Mister.
Yeah.
And it comes from Mister, probably.
Yeah, and that's not good. We don't want anything kind of like
I'm more of a Zeister or like a Zierster or something.
would you kind of say most of the English language is filled with toxic masculinity too, right?
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
the alphabet is filled with toxic
I agree.
masculinity.
How do you
A
guys
lot
feel
of
about
phallic
Elon?
symbols.
Oh, Elon with his
How
new
do
baby or
Yeah, how do you feel about Elon?
I feel like
I
Elon's being
love
very
the
conspiracy like and I think he's just being childish.
Well, do you see they named their baby today?
What was the name of the baby?
like like
It's
an equation or something.
Yeah, some sort of equation. Like I think it's cool because Grimes did it,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah,
I think I don't know. I'm still worried about Elon. I don't. I mean Elon. Elon.
I mean, she did marry someone with such toxic masculinity like Elon.
Yeah, Elon does have toxic masculinity. I think, and he's a serial cheater.
I
I don't like
I
Elon.
heard him say how he used his toxic masculinity to get to Mars. That's his whole, that's what's taking him there.
It could be. Could very well be.
And he's doing a movie with Tom Cruise set in space.
Is he really?
That's really happening. They're gonna try to film a movie in space with Tom Cruise and Elon Musk.
oh god,
That's well.
it's a fuckboy fantasy right there.
Yeah.
No, that's not. That's not
Or is
fuckboy
it
fantasy.
just Tom Cruise is trying to like get away from being gay and trying to like hide it, cover it up with space.
Yeah, exactly.
That's well. What's wrong with being gay?
Well, I
Yeah,
think
good
that's
point.
I mean that's why he should just come out already.
Well, yeah, I mean, he should be proud of it. He's an icon,
The
and
fact that he's not proud of it, yeah, that's the problem.
but I mean, how do we know? Like, but how do we know that he is or isn't? And Bobby, it's actually a little offensive
Just
what you're talking about, and I think
Tom Cruise.
I might call the show early if you don't stop. Actually,
Okay, I'll
sorry.
hold off on that.
Yeah, because it's a little offensive to judge to sexualize somebody like that, and
But you're gonna think differently
Tom
when you
Cruise.
get my care package. It has all black jelly beans because I wanted to get rid of all the white or other colors and keep it how it should be.
Okay, well, oh, you're sending me a care
Yeah, it's
package?
all black jelly beans.
A quarantine care package with black babies. That's actually beautiful. That's why you're beautiful, Bobby.
There you go. But today
A
we're
lot of
talking.
like soy stuff in there.
What'd you say?
A lot of soybeans in there and stuff.
A lot of soybeans, cornstarch, but that kind of stuff.
The black jelly beans, or they'll do it. Yeah. Oh, like they have like soya now. They have the soya milk back at my local Gelson's,
Hmm.
and my quarantine just got 100 times better.
Yas, queen.
Yeah, total yas.
Yas queen. Yeah, like Yas. Like Nancy Pelosi is definitely a Yas queen right now.
Oh
She's
yeah,
standing up to Trump every minute. It's awesome.
yeah.
Yo, Trevor Noah made the funniest joke about Governor Cuomo. He said he's a Cuomo sexual.
Wait, who
Jeez,
said
Like,
that? Who said that?
Trevor Noah.
nice.
Wait, he's a Cuomo.
I mean,
Oh, because he likes. Oh, because he loves Cuomo so much.
Yeah,
I mean, I would
loved
say that
it.
that's
Like,
Oh,
that,
offensive,
and I was
but
laughing for like 10 minutes. I was like
it's
on
Trevor
the floor
Noah.
laughing.
Yeah. I mean, what does
Yeah,
he say that's not funny?
it's true.
and Noah can do no. Wait, damn it! I screwed up the joke.
Can do Noah
Trevor
wrong.
can do. Yes, exactly. Trevor can do Noah wrong.
Yep, I've seen signs of that in his audience. He has that. You always see it. The Noah
Yeah, and you
316.
know what's funny though? Now that the audience laughter is gone, the show's even funnier in my opinion.
Oh yeah. So
Oh wait, he has Noah 316.
He does like
That's
the
pretty cool.
quarantine show or something now.
Yeah, he does the social distancing show. Yeah, which is hilarious. Like I
Love it.
social distancing might be one of like the coolest words,
Oh
like
yeah,
the coolest phrases. Social
That and
distancing.
like uncertain times. I love like hearing about the uncertain times
uncertain
that
Social
times.
dis-
fall
Yep, it's so
together.
cool.
Social distancing. Social distancing. It's just like there's a ring to it. Social distancing.
I mean, quarantine's been great because you see less white people. You know what I mean?
Very true. Very true.
I'm looking at an all brown desk, and that's how I want to keep it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but yeah, we gotta keep like yeah, there are you're just seeing less like disgusting white men around. It's true.
So speaking of
But
disgusting white men, we watched Can't Hardly Wait.
can't hardly wait. So
Yeah.
yes, so can't hardly wait. What? Well,
I can
can't
wait,
hardly
right?
wait. Well, I couldn't hardly wait to cancel it because I remembered watching it, back in my youth and
Mm-hmm.
remember how vile and disgusting it is. But actually,
Did you cry when you saw it for the first time?
Yeah, you ran out crying.
um,
I thought of the theater.
yeah, I might have. I don't
Nothing
want to
wrong
talk
with
about it.
that. I've
I
cried
don't
at
want to talk about it.
plenty of movies. Cheaper by the Dozen. What else did I cry at? I've cried at. There's nothing wrong with
Bringing
that.
down the house, just because of how
Bring Down the
good that
House.
was.
Um, the last Longest Yard.
Those were tears of joy.
Made me cry.
Yeah, but I cried originally because of different things, and
No, I mean,
but
some of it's anger, some of it's fear, some of it's
yeah,
shame.
Right.
but yeah. So I originally couldn't hardly wait to cancel this, but
There's a few bright spots.
um, there are some bright spots which made me rethink canceling it. So I mean, we could start off with the protagonist,
Mm-hmm.
which is pretty disgusting. It's
Ethan Embry.
Preston Myers.
Yep.
Yeah, Ethan Embry playing Preston Myers. Uh, a unique soul. He's like your standard like college, frat boy wannabe.
Right.
Even though he's like, well, he's not like a frat boy
He's
wannabe.
No,
kind of
he
like a woke
is. It's
wannabe.
like
He
he
Well,
kind of
he
right.
wants
He's a woke
pretends to be
Yeah,
wannabe.
he's like
woke.
a woke wannabe, like where he's like, oh, I'm Preston Myers. I'm this unique, like he's trying to play up this unique soul. I listen to Kurt Vonnegut and I wear like a Revolutionary War red coat
Right.
and stuff. And I'm so unique, and I think like Pop Tarts mean something, So I'm gonna use
Exactly.
yeah. So it's like I'm gonna use anything I can to trick a woman into bed, and like Preston Myers is like pretty disgusting, and in some ways, I think he's almost more disgusting um,
Seth Green's
than
character.
well, Seth Green's character is very disgusting and offensive, but the jocks, what's his name again? Mike is who? What's
It is
Amanda?
Mike.
Mike was the
Mike.
main guy.
Mike Dexter.
Yep.
Yes, Mike Dexter. Yeah, Mike
Mike.
Dexter. You know what you're getting with Mike Dexter. You know that Mike Dexter's probably slipping girls, date rape, drugs,
Right.
and he's captain of the football team. He embodies toxic masculinity. He exudes toxic masculinity.
But
He
But
probably doesn't use like the right gender pronouns and
yeah, and
stuff.
he did have a crew that was pretty multi ethnic crew. So
they were diverse.
or is that just
Yeah, but like
coincidence?
I mean, you could be diverse, and you could still be a scumbag. Though it's much more likely that the white guy is the ringleader and causing the rest of the guys to be like scumbags. But if you do recall,
Mm-hmm.
the Latino character and the African American character didn't actually dump their girlfriends,
No.
and yeah, but Mike Dexter did. But what I'm saying is with the jock types, you know what you're getting. You know that you're getting the date rape drug being snuck in. You
Right.
know that. You know like that they exude toxic masculinity. That they're gonna say they're gonna be dropping f bombs, not fuck, but real f
Right.
bombs. They're gonna be disgusting. So you know what you're getting. So you know to avoid it and. Um, avoid at all costs. But Preston Myers is a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Right.
A
He
snake
is the
dragon.
he's the ultimate predator type. Oh, I'm pretending to be sensitive and pretending to be
An academic, all that.
yeah, like an academic type. When really I'm just an evil monster, probably.
Right.
Like the way and he showed his true colors, the way that he was handling the stripper.
Hmm.
how angry he got, and how like you could tell that Preston Myers probably
Would
is.
choke her if he had the chance to.
It felt like a
Yeah, he
slut
probably.
shaming.
He was slut shaming. He was very aggressive and violent. And oh, I'm President Myers. I'm friends with my best friend's this chubby girl and stuff. I'm so woke. But no, the way that he acted towards the stripper was,
God awful. Yeah.
that was like that reminded me of why I left and ran out of the theater crying the first time I ever saw it, because of just how offensive. Like, it was scary. I was a little scared. That was a little scary. The anger in Preston Myers is and Ethan Embry. I'm sure Ethan Embry's not a good guy. Just like the anger in them
I mean, this was
was
pre high
disgusting.
school for all of us. So did you feel scared for high school after this?
Um. Well, I mean, okay, yeah. So there's like a lot of different problematic things about this movie that did make me a little scared about high school. Like, again, dealing with the
Hmm.
jocks who are going to be just ruthless and aggressive to like a more sensitive type of person like me.
Hmm.
Um, and especially like my friends were mainly different types of otherkin, so
Yeah, I agree.
otherkin like us, we weren't really accepted that well.
Otherkin and
My
Dragonkin, I feel like are most of our friends.
Yeah, we definitely
Yeah.
choose Dragonkin. But yeah, the jocks never really accepted us in high school, and it, Can't Hardly Wait was quite prescient for that.
Yeah, it's like the
Um,
jocks didn't understand that, on most people's off weekends, they want to be like a lycanthrope and dress up like a wolf and do their thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
A lot of people are doing that nowadays.
But like now, I feel like in like now, like high school kids have it so much better because like the jocks aren't that cool anymore.
Right.
Like toxic masculinity is on the way out, and I think that our podcast is contributing to that. And I'm gonna pat myself on the back.
I think we all
Hey,
need to.
Bo- Bobby,
Yeah.
Dylan, everybody, come on, let's take 2 seconds and pat ourselves on the back. Feels good, doesn't it? Knowing that we're doing good in the world.
This
Um,
Fiji water for us.
And anyone who's listening, you can pat yourself on the back too because you're getting woke.
yeah, yeah. If you're listening, pat yourself on the back. We'll give you 10 seconds.
And send us a recording of that, back pat. We want to hear it.
Yeah, we want to hear those
I
backpats.
mean, hopefully it's from a chubby back too, because we don't discriminate any like weight or anything like that.
Yeah. Again, yeah, we are so sick of body shaming. All backs are welcome in the cancel corner.
Right.
Probably the only backs that I would cancel are like muscular men backs, maybe. But that's
Well,
because like,
straight. They have to be
well,
straight too.
yeah, straight muscular men, because those are definitely like, I don't know. Would you say they're a symbol of rape almost? Because like a muscular man is going to be able to hold down a woman and rape her.
So let's talk about the
Like
plot of
a
this film, because basically the plot is that they're at a party and Preston
So
wants
last
to.
day of senior
Yeah,
year.
so last day is senior high school, and they're at a party, and Preston wants to tell the woman of his dreams, Amanda Beckett, that he loves her. But the whole thing that's fried and disgusting about this is Preston doesn't even know her,
Hmm.
and he is so rapey. He writes her this letter
Yeah,
about, the first day she entered school. Oh, and we ate the same Pop Tart, and I love you.
and she's
And
basically
he
been
doesn't even
broken up
know.
with for 5 minutes.
Excuse me?
Yeah, she's been
Like,
broken up with
excuse
5 minutes.
me? That's like so messed up.
Also,
That's
one of
pretty
the
much
worst
rape right there.
moments in this whole movie is when that Guns N' Roses sing along comes on. I felt like it was gonna go right into like a Nazi chant right after that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that part scared me the most, I'd say.
Well, I mean, Axl Rose is a humongous bigot and racist, but Slash is African American, right?
I don't think so.
Slash isn't African American?
I'm not. I'm not. I don't really think so. I think Slash could be Italian.
Oh. Oh, okay. I was gonna say I thought that Slash was African American.
No, and I don't think he's gay either.
Oh no, I never thought that Slash would be a homosexual.
No,
But
you know what, man? I'm
Let's
totally
see.
wrong. He is half African American, so we got to give big
okay.
ups to Slash.
Yeah, big ups to Slash,
And
and
he's
I guess
British.
Yeah.
he's British.
So that's another down. So it's like this weird thing where like you got an up and a down. Where do you put him at?
Yeah, there's a lot with this, but let's focus on Amanda Beckett. So Amanda Beckett is the the prom queen, the homecoming
The
queen,
goth
the
queen.
hottest girl in school
Put
because
on a pedestal.
she's Mike Dexter's.
Rightfully so.
Um, yeah, she's very pretty.
She knows what everyone did
She's
last summer.
Yeah, she knows what everyone did last summer, and she doesn't know 10 Things I Hate About You
No,
though.
right?
um,
That's Larissa, all whatever her name is, Alex
and Julia
Mack.
Stiles.
Oh yeah. Julia Stiles is another big hero for the cancel corner for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was. She was definitely like
What's that
she's like
movie where she dances?
I think that one's problematic, but because she takes on black culture. But
True.
besides
oh
from
she
that,
appropriate yeah, she does appropriate black culture for sure. But anyway, so Amanda Beckett is going through this identity crisis of like who am I now that I'm not Mike Dexter's girlfriend.
mm-hmm.
But like she's like coming into the realization that she doesn't need a man, and that like men are awful and you got to find love from within yourself. And like so like throughout the whole party she just keeps hearing about like, oh my god, Amanda Beckett got dumped,
Yep.
and she's essentially just treated like a stupid, like everyone thinks that she's just like this
Ornament.
idiot, yeah, ornament,
Yep.
whatever. But but Amanda Beckett realizes, like I don't need a man, and I'm who I am, and I'm finally finding myself, and I don't need to be defined by a fucking man like Mike Dexter or any man.
Especially Preston
And
Myers.
like especially Preston Myers. And like when she tells Preston Myers off,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yes, because you're not falling for that bullshit.
Right. But
But you mistakenly did, and then
do you think that was
you
just
know,
a product of our culture that she did? All our culture just kind of hit back at her, and she just kind of went with that because of what she's been taught.
yeah, exactly. It's again like the D.H. Lawrence short. Well, it's not that the prose, the short essay. Give her a pattern.
Yep.
Women like are expected, like men try to give these women these roles to fill,
Mm-hmm.
and women have to fill these roles. Women have to be a certain way, look a certain way, be something defined by a man. And for once Amanda Beckett was finally not doing that. And then of course at the end of the movie when she ends up back with the rapist Preston Myers, the disgusting rapist Preston Myers, it was like all this good that
She did
they were
before.
doing for women.
Erased.
It was completely erased because at the end, she falls for like Preston fucking Myers.
And here's the sickest part. There's talk of being a Can't Hardly Wait sequel that JLH plans to direct herself.
Really?
This was announced in 2019. Looks like in May 25th. So it's been a while. I mean, she probably takes a while to work on things as JLH, and we know all she does is quality. So it's gonna take a little bit.
Yeah.
She's really thinking of what would it be?
She says it would be about the gang reunion of the original high school gang, which sounds, just hearing gang, you think of gang culture too, and
Yeah, a little bit.
it's problematic.
It is a little problematic, actually. Especially maybe they're gonna put probably one of the African American characters in a gang or something
Right.
stupid like that. Knowing the way this first movie was.
They're really gonna do Jennifer Love Hewitt's really thinking of doing that's crazy.
I mean, it shows you how she's so hoodwinked on, toxic masculinity that she can't even escape it herself.
Yeah, she is.
So let's talk about Seth Green and his character.
Very, very problematic, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, of course. It's well, the one good thing about Seth Green's character is trying to appropriate. Well, is appropriating, not trying. Is appropriating black culture
Mm-hmm.
and
Making fun of it almost too.
Yeah. It's he's a caricature of it, mocking it, it's disgusting and offensive, highly offensive.
And this is the best culture that we have in our country, and he's mocking it.
Yeah.
It built our country.
Oh yeah.
It's built on the
Well,
back.
yeah, essentially, yeah. I mean, everyone forgets that Hamilton was the best founding father, and slaves really did build, were the backbone of this country,
Right.
and it wasn't white men; it was the African American slaves and the white women really that built this country.
Oh yeah.
But
I mean, we've been built on the kings of comedy too. Going back to D.L.
Godfrey,
Hughley and Godfrey and Bernie Mac, all these people.
Sinbad.
This is the original kings of comedy.
Bernie Mac is great though.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I think they all should be appreciated more.
Yeah, I'm saying Bernie Mac is great though. Like he's just he was the best. But hey, I mean, the original king of comedy, Richard Pryor,
Oh yeah,
is he is a true king of comedy, I would say.
So when we think of Seth Green's character, what's his name in this? What's his name in this again? Kenny Fisher.
Kenny Fisher. So like that name just makes me cringe. Kenny Fisher, Chester Cheeto, Kenny Fisher. Like I like that part when he got made fun of for being Chester Cheetos because he's just so disgusting. Kenny Fisher, like the way that he is, the appropriating, disgusting white dingus of a man. He is Cheeto grease stuck in braces,
and all he wanted was sex. That was all his whole goal.
Yeah, his whole thing was just to get
laid.
That
rape backpack.
Yeah, he basically pressured someone. Yeah, it was a rape backpack. It was.
He had a rape backpack. He tried pressuring an Asian girl. But I do like though how like he was kind of humiliated a lot,
right,
and embarrassed. So that was actually kind of good.
It was a bright spot. Although
it was sort of meta in that like he's making fun of black culture, but you're sort of seeing what happens when you actually make fun of black culture is you're the clown.
And then also it's like you think of these filmmakers, did black people really even look like that? Or were they just kind of putting their own racist spin on what they thought black people were like? You know
I think so. Yeah. I think so.
Like they had no clue. They were just like, I think it's this. Oh, I think it's this. That kind of thing.
Yeah, I think so.
Good point right there.
It sounds, which makes it again very offensive.
Yeah, like let's not consult actual black people or African American people. Let's just go off go off our thoughts of our racist thoughts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is like Can't Hardly Wait is like Catch-22 Hardly Wait. Because there's so much good with the bad, making it really hard to decide if it should be canceled or not.
Do you think he was basically in blackface too? If you think about it like that,
he's in metaphorical blackface,
right?
Yeah,
metaphorical blackface. We could call it like, metaphorical blackface. I don't want to say anything offensive because he essentially was.
It was a new age hokum show.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be someone else, but when you're a straight white man, you're appropriating black culture. There is something wrong with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, that's well said.
Because we're otherkin, we understand that type of like thought process, but
right,
not that type of way.
And so, what did you guys think of just the jock characters involved? I mean, I really did think, which was nice to see, Freddie Rodriguez. I think he channeled a little bit of
Pest.
Yeah, he channeled a little bit of Pest. I honestly think, and I probably know that John Leguizamo was probably a consultant on this film just for those few parts. You know what I mean?
True.
Yeah, but so again, I like Freddie Rodriguez didn't dump his girlfriend. Right. Yeah, he was one that I mean, who? Well, if we're talking about the jocks, we got to talk about the king of the jocks,
right?
Not Mike Dexter, who was very offensive.
The one before him.
But Trip McNeely actually was
surprising
character. So Trip McNeely, who was like the cool college guy back at the party.
Yep.
He was actually
sounds like he got put in his place in college.
Yeah, he got put. It was good. He got put in his place, and he learned that like women aren't just objects, and they're not just fuck toys, and they just don't go around sucking dicks.
Yeah, he was
And
humiliated back to in his place. You know what I mean? Back to where he
yeah,
should be at a low
yeah,
spot.
exactly. And he was like, yeah, women are actually very intelligent, and they don't just fall for um,
Jock
the
shit.
dumb
Yeah.
like jock hijinks uh, that worked in high school when the female brain they're still children essentially, so they don't really they're just so used to following the patterns that the patriarchy gives them. Um,
Also, with Mike Dexter, do you think that it was kind of assumed that he was beating up Amanda Beckett? That
I
there was
think that
domestic abuse?
there was like there was like a slight hint at that. Like Amanda Beckett kind of had that wounded look, and it seemed like the woundedness wasn't just from the emotional trauma. I think that you're right, beautiful Bobby, that there
Mm-hmm.
was a nod to some physical abuse. Mike Dexter seemed like he's the type of guy who would do that.
Definitely that type. He has
And you
that
could
gleam in his eye,
Yeah, you could tell
the
just based on the
shark
way that
eyes.
Mike Dexter would treat the nerdy kids.
Right.
Um,
Basically wanted to rape
you know,
them, seemed like.
well, yeah, he was just a disgusting boy, and I wouldn't say he's a man because he's not a man. He's a disgusting boy. Mike Dexter, you are canceled. Mike Dexter canceled forever. Kenny Fisher's canceled forever.
Another hero
What?
that I had in this film, I thought
Press-
the hippie guy with the dinosaur was kind of a hero because when they describe Preston as just this regular white guy, like there's nothing really to him. He's that guy.
Yeah,
It's like that was just so woke. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
Good point. I didn't think about that.
that wasn't very woke moment because it's like, yeah, how can we describe Preston
yeah,
and to like other white, because like that's actually like amongst the heterosexual white male culture, everything's just so monolithic. Like,
right.
I can't tell. Like, I I can tell the difference between different Asian people, different
Mm-hmm.
Asian males, different African American males, but like you put like two white guys together, two white
You
heterosexual
see the
males
same thing
together.
pretty much. Yep.
Exactly. And you see, I barely can tell the difference between blonde hair and red hair anymore because white guys just look the same.
Brown hair too. It's like the same thing.
Yeah, they're all the same. So yeah, Preston, what a great point. That was an extremely woke moment. Preston's just a thing that likes t-shirts, essentially.
Yeah, and I think it was just there were some woke moments that got like they forced their way through. You know what I mean? I don't think it was the
Yeah,
filmmakers. I think it was just organic.
Hmm.
yeah, because that seemed like that one seemed like it was improvised, and maybe based on his hair, the hippie guy's hair,
Mm.
he might have had like a cool like he definitely had some sort of minority in his blood based on that hair.
So here's another character, and I think he's kind of it's on the fence. But the nerd character, William, what do you think about him?
Yeah, he's well. Okay,
He
he
had the fuckboy
definitely
fantasy stuff kind of happen for him.
he did have the fuckboy fantasy happen. He was like very white privilege,
Mm-hmm.
going to Harvard. I'm sure he didn't earn that.
No, definitely
True.
Um,
not. No,
There's definitely
it was a
of minorities that
legacy.
would
Assumed
step
a
right
legacy
over
yeah,
him.
student, right?
seemed like a legacy type where he didn't work hard enough to warrant going to Harvard, but um,
Good point, right there.
he also he sold out his friends in a sense
Yeah,
to be cool. Um, but again,
his main message was good. Like once he got back to reality, he was influenced by alcohol, which is a white man's drug.
yeah, it is, and it is. It's what people use to rape women with, essentially. So because he was kind of like a frail man or boy, I should say, not a
Mm-hmm.
man. Um, the influence of alcohol was strong on him, and it really did get to him. And yeah, he wasn't exactly a good guy, but he wasn't exactly a bad guy.
Also, I'm
Kind of a
wondering,
gray area.
was Kurt Vonnegut even alive? Oh no, he was still alive at this point, right?
I think so.
And Kurt Vonnegut is just another,
Yeah,
stereotypical white
yeah.
male.
He'd
sci-fi
probably be twinning Kurt
writing.
Vonnegut.
Probably wife beater, that kind of thing.
Yeah, engendering. I think yeah, Slaughterhouse 5, right?
Yep.
He's definitely not like literature that you should be reading.
No.
But yeah, William. William, what can we say? Really, what can you say about William? I mean, I hated the fact that he was going to Harvard, the privileged white boy going to Harvard.
Definitely
Oh,
your
his life
legacy.
so yeah, his life's so tough because he's a nerd going to Harvard. He didn't have to work for anything.
Right.
Um, yeah, if you're a white male, you have the leg up.
I mean, the
Um,
person who had the hardest was Donald Faison as the drummer. He had to deal with all those white band members.
It's true.
that's true. Yeah, and he was he couldn't play. He couldn't play with a hat.
Yeah, they didn't let him have a voice where he wanted
Yeah,
to,
where's
be his own culture, but that was not allowed.
Yeah, exactly.
Burger?
But but I mean, when you think of cowboy hat, okay,
You think of slaves.
you do think you think of you think of definitely racism. The cowboy hat, the Confederate flag are probably synonymous in my opinion. Like the cowboy hat is a racist. It's definitely
Symbol.
racist in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Kind of, and just the image of the state of Texas, I would lump into that too.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, and Texas is a racist.
State. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a racist state. So maybe he, you know, maybe that was another one of these unintentional, really woke moments, showing like,
I feel like exactly. I feel
don't be
like
an Uncle Tom.
right, and I also feel like Donald Faison had all these like Jim Crow type rules put onto him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the boner kid too was kind of like, it's like, why did you have to make the boner kid be African American?
Right. The most
The
annoying
kid who
character
kept
was
telling the
African American.
stories, the
Yeah.
embarrassing stories kid.
Well, no, the most annoying character was um, Kenny Fisher. But why did you have to make like the
That's true.
kid like the other African American in the movies tell Amanda Beckett, "I had the biggest boner."
Yep. Yeah. Exactly.
How do how
It's like,
do how do you feel about Melissa Joan Hart?
um,
Maybe not even
I
her
mean,
character, just in general. Like when we were kids, was she woke in your opinion?
well, Clarissa was woke.
But she had
Oh,
a
true.
privileged white lifestyle.
Yeah, she did, but
I mean, she had that computer at an early age. She had everything handed to her. She had some
true.
guy coming into her window that she didn't stop. She let him come in. You know what I mean?
True.
Yeah, she's actually not a good. She's actually a bad influence on girls. Now that I think about it, and she's Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Promoting Satanism and all that.
Which no, that's okay. Satanism's fine.
That's you're right on that. That's right. I mean, it's better than Christianity, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
Satanism's definitely good because, like, well, like a lot of Satanists don't even believe in a deity, Satan, and you should be, like you should we should be tolerant of all forms of belief,
Because I mean,
except for
how many Satanists ever raped and killed a black person? You know what I mean? I think you can name
probably
hundreds of
never none.
Christians, maybe hundreds of
Yeah,
thousands.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like again, like we always have to do the scale of who's punching up.
Right.
So Christianity's at the top, and Christianity is the face of imperialism, in the face of colonialism. So Christianity is fair game for any insult. And then under that, you shouldn't make fun of any other religion.
That's right. So this movie ended with the Animal House, which is another problematic movie. The Animal House
Oh,
ending where it goes
worst
through
movie.
where they are, at the end. And what do you think about that?
Yeah, it was very offensive that Amanda Beckett and Preston
Stay
Myers
together.
they're together because Preston Myers is probably cheating on her,
Right.
manipulating her,
Hitting
doing
other
all
women
these.
up the pole, beating women and shit.
Well, I don't know if no, Preston Myers doesn't seem like the type of guy who beats
No, I
women.
think
No,
underneath it
There's
all, he would.
undertones.
He's the type of guy who
no,
like.
I disagree. No, he's not a physically abusive type. He's
Mentally
psychological.
abusive. Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah. It's
psychologically
even
Oh,
worse.
good
abusive.
point.
He's which is in a way worse because like physical abuse, like I feel like a lot of women now know with physical abuse you gotta run. But
hmm
psychological abuse is manipulative.
I mean, he had to manipulate Amanda to stay with him that long.
Yeah, definitely. Like she's probably learning it from Kurt Vonnegut.
And the same thing with
Preston
Kenny
Mott.
Fisher, where he stayed with that girl, and that had to be manipulation.
Well, yeah, though Kenny, but their future was only for a few minutes. Like we don't know what happened to Kenny Fisher at
Right.
the end. I wish it said end up getting shot in Compton or something like. Well,
Mm-hmm.
that's very racist of me, but I wish it said like ended up getting shot and killed because
For appropriating
yeah,
culture.
yeah, for being like the most offensive piece of shit ever. Um, and then, like, of course, our little William, yes, William, yeah. This is why, like, William's character is
Is
disgusting.
bad. He turns into the
Is
most popular character.
well, yeah, but because he's now making what, like they said, like he's like a 45. He is like a
Millionaire.
multi-millionaire,
Right.
but now he has a supermodel girlfriend, so
Right.
or wife. So again,
True.
your success is beauty of a woman, not brains or anything else. So like having a supermodel means something.
Yeah, it's
It
beta male
shouldn't.
fantasy, which is typical in Hollywood, especially during these '90s time period. You know, like the
Yeah, these
'96 was
beta
height of
men,
it.
these beta
Oh,
males
definitely.
getting it, you know,
Definitely.
and it's disgusting.
I will not welcome a
Uh,
sequel. You know what I mean? I will not. I mean, I think we should protest it.
Maybe we
well,
should. Maybe we
well,
should next.
no, it depends. If it's the
Depends on the.
gang back,
Yeah.
if it's the gang back together,
Mm-hmm.
and we see that Amanda is like a strong woman, and they're all like strong women, and like Mike Dexter is a nothing, which they said that's what happens. Mike Dexter turns into a nothing and gets arrested or loses his job for his disgusting pedo pictures.
Right.
I feel like Amanda Beckett could be a like there's a chance for real redemption
Like maybe
because I
open up
was
on like a pegging scene of her pegging Preston or something like that. Like,
well
Ooh.
no, I mean, even better, it would be Amanda Beckett leaving Preston because she finally realizes that
right.
he was such an asshole, and
Maybe have
her
her
and
date a
his,
Wayans brother or something,
yeah, or have her, or even
or
better, just
both of
have,
them.
well, I think at first, like, she should be single for a while, and like
But then
the
maybe
other girls,
polyamorous. You know what I mean?
Maybe even try
yeah,
dating
then
a
the other
twin.
girls lose like their husbands, and she kind of like gets them. She it's kind of like this like, yeah, we don't need men anymore,
That could
and
be a
then
good
maybe,
movie.
yeah, they all fall in love with like a Wayne's brothers, because there's enough Wayne's brothers to go around for the crew, I
I
think.
think you're
True.
right. I think there could be five
There's
of
enough
them now,
Waynes to go around,
or sons of Wayans brothers. All that.
or cousins or
Well,
something.
okay, we get some Wayne's brothers, some Glovers in there.
Ooh, I like that
'Cause
idea.
honestly, anything with Childish Gambino is sick.
And what do you think about the all pretty much white soundtrack, where you hear disgusting bands like Third Eye Blind and Blink One Eighty
311.
Two,
311.
311,
Smash Mouth.
Smash Mouth? Yeah, I mean these are
But
all white
but but
bands.
but but I think like Smash Mouth though gets a pass because of All Star, which is one of my all-time favorite
You
songs
think
because it's telling
everybody could be an all
anyone,
star? Yeah,
hey now you're an
You're
All
an all
Star.
star. Get
Because we're
paid enough.
all everyone could be an All Star.
right.
And it's a message to all races.
It's a
I
message of
almost think
hope. Yeah, that is a good
yeah,
point.
it is. So like, and I like how I do like how Smash Mouth was kind of used in all like the critical points because I think Smash Mouth is kind of like, although it's like heterosexual white male music, there's something about Smash Mouth that I feel is just inclusive.
Yeah, do you think when he says, we might as well be walking on the sun, that's just because, we might as well be out of this racism, out of this culture, and walking on the sun?
I hope.
I
I
like
hope
that
so
interpretation.
too.
I hope.
Was
Well,
Hootie and the Blowfish woke?
oh yeah, they're the
Yeah.
black singer,
Yeah, definitely.
and he sung country too, so he's
Oh, yeah.
breaking boundaries, tearing down stereotypes, tearing down walls, maybe even. You know what I mean? Bet you he's broken a few
Maybe
walls.
make some good tunes while you're at it, too.
So then let's just go through the end. Do you think this movie's canceled? Because this is a weird. It's on the fence.
Yeah, in my write up, you'll see. I couldn't fully cancel it.
It's half
This is
canceled.
this is like this is a movie that there are some really good teaching moments.
Yeah.
It's like Preston Myers is I think it's good for women to see because like watch out for this type of man.
When you wipe away
Preston
the
Myers,
tears on your face, you can see some bright spots. You know what I mean?
yeah, but
It's true.
there's definitely some caution to this. It's like Preston Myers is you have to look out specifically for this type of guy. You have
Right.
to look out specifically for the Mike Dexter type of guy, and it's like
Who's
it's like a
worse,
training
Preston or Mike?
Preston,
I
but
think so too. Preston's worse.
Yep.
like a, it's like a training video of like how there's like the training videos of how not to drive a car or whatever. It's like
Hmm.
the training videos of watch out for these type of predators, and you can see that like almost all like I think all the men in this movie except for Trip McNeely and Mike Dexter's friends are really predators.
Right.
I would even say William, in a sense, is a predator, playing the innocent nerd who gets drunk for the first time and then is
Tricks
kissing
women
two
into
girls.
threesomes.
Yeah, tricks women
Yep.
into
Touching
threesomes.
his laser pointer. Real funny. Real funny.
I mean, he thinks he's punching up, but he's really not.
Yeah, he's not punching up. You're a white privileged nerd. You have it better than everyone else. Every other white privileged male heterosexual nerd, you have it better than everyone else. Everyone else.
Well, that's a good spot to end this on the hate for
So
William. So, what do you guys think? I'm gonna
yeah.
say half canceled.
Well, I'm gonna. Well, you can't half cancel something, but you
Watch with
can.
caution.
That's watch it.
Proceed with extreme caution.
Yeah,
Okay.
and have your no one watches VCRs anymore, but have your fast forward button ready and
Yeah.
have your
If
have
you
your
get
mute
triggered,
button
fast
ready.
forward, and you might, a few minutes, and you might find
Have
something
some
good.
headphones ready. Like get some Lizzo going.
Oh
Get
yeah.
get Broad City going. Get anything that like will distract you, and that'll like keep your eyes off that screen.
I think Lizzo's
But
important for everybody, so I think you're totally right.
yeah, this is getting me through
Lady
quarantine.
Gaga, even or like just anything that like can like kind of wash your palate clean of like what the disgusting shit you've just been like
Ingesting, yeah.
stupid upon.
And what do you think? Do you think
Yeah.
Lizzo's probably saving most of the people in quarantine? Or
Well, she's like I've been doing on Instagram now. There's all these different awesome quarantine dances.
mm-hmm.
Like I mean my TikTok is popping off and
Oh yeah.
everything. But like I'm doing like all these different group dancing things, and Lizzo's music is featured. Dua Lipa's music is featured. Just a lot of great African American female singers and stuff. And I'm sweating my butt off. It's great. I love it.
I mean, group
And
dance to Lizzo could be a partial cure for this whole coronavirus.
Good
We don't
point.
even know it yet.
yeah, well, I feel like it's keeping the spirits up, keeping the immune system good, and you're sweating out the toxins.
Yep. I mean, Lizzo's immune system has to be peak.
Probably.
Yeah, she's like the peak female, peak human.
Right.
Well, no, she's definitely not the peak female. Michelle's the peak female. We all know
Oh
that.
yeah, that's a good point. Hopefully VP Joyce could be
Hopefully
the
VP. Hopefully VP. I mean,
There's
Biden
talk.
did. Biden did say he would. That's why I think we should all get behind Biden because
Right.
Biden might not. Okay, Biden might not be the best. He might be disgusting.
It might not be our
on
Bernie.
stage, but Biden is gonna.
Biden's not
Biden,
orange, right?
He's not orange, and he's gonna get good people.
Right.
So we're probably gonna see Liz Warren. We're probably gonna see
Perhaps
Kamala.
Lizzo on the cabinet.
that would be sick. The Ministry of Music, Lizzo.
Yep.
We have
If it happens though, Queen Bey and Jay are gonna
Liz
be,
Warren,
like,
Secretary of State. Lizzo, Secretary of Music. Kamala, Secretary of Defense.
Oh, I like that
We kn-
choice.
Yeah, we
Queen
know
Bey,
that.
Secretary of Yas.
Yeah, I mean, you
Oh,
want a
that-
bad bitch in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we need some boss bitches running shit, and maybe Cardi will. Did you see the Instagram live video of Cardi and Bernie together? OM effing G.
Oh,
You
I
gotta
tried.
watch it. You
I
gotta
have to
watch
download
it.
that, yeah, and save that.
Cardi and Bernie are like, ugh, it's so funny. I've seen Cardi like get that crusty old guy wiggling around.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, well, it's funny though. Like the thing that I love about Cancel Corner is
Mhm.
it's just it's a journey for me personally.
Yep.
Like
You get
I
to
was
see where you
on,
stand. Yep.
yeah, but like I was like, can't hardly wait to cancel this movie. And by the end of it, I'm like, oh, this is actually a good movie to learn from.
Right.
So like, I'm learning a lot about myself and about my preconceived notions. And the only thing that I can't hardly wait is to get rid of these preconceived notions and cancel them.
Right. That's well put right there. I think that's the spot we have to end on.
Yeah, I'm kind of like a poet, I guess.
Definitely. Of our generation.
All right. Well, that's a cancel corner for this week, guys.
Yeah, what's next week? We're talking about Monster Squad.
I think we're talking about Monster Squad.
We also have to do a Trolls World Tour podcast because that is a movie that must be
Oh,
seen.
that's a must for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blow your
Well,
mind.
Perfect date night
okay.
movie, right?
Well,
Or
okay.
you
I will
know,
say
guy
this.
fest type movie. Perfect.
Yeah, like the biggest, in my opinion, the biggest tragedy of the COVID-19 quarantine is the fact that Trolls World Tour is not in theaters
Right.
because like it's like the movie for everybody. It's for families. It's for it's like a
Single
guys' night
people.
out type of
Right. It's a
movie.
guys' night out movie.
It's a
True.
good date movie because you really got everything, and like you could just sing along. It's Trolls World. Yeah, we got to talk about it
We
because
gotta
it's
talk
like
about
Sing
it.
along, you can yas.
it's
There's a
like
lot.
something that you gotta like. I mean, you can't go wrong with Anderson Paak, James Corden. Okay, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah, it's a movie you can yas to. You know what I
Definitely.
mean? Hashtag movie you can yas to. But that's it for the cancel corner this week. I'm beautiful Bobby. I'm here with
Dylan Jordan Rim.
and
And David Logan Zachary Morgan Taylor.
and we're canceling the movies for your good.
Yeah, and we're promoting the movies for your good too. Stay woke.
Stay
Stay
woke
woke.
out there, yeah, guys.
Peace amongst other kin.
Stay and keep
Peace.
slaying, Queens.